Yeah. What it do, yeah? It's your brother, man, from the motherland, coming to you guys live from the NY, back with another one of that ROD pod. For those that don't know who I am him, Junes, the NBIC. And of course, you know, I represent that ROD. Definitely want to give a shout out to my ancestors and to the creators. And of course, you guys for your continuous support, leaving all that feedback, the positive, the negative, man. All things is respected and needed because it allows me to do what I do best. And that is to continue keeping my foot on the heathens, these Hebrews, and of course, the heathenites next. Round of applause for that. Hope you guys are having a phenomenal night. Definitely want to give my apologies for coming on late. Listen, man, I come on late for like everything, man, but no excuses. But you know, I be tired and exhausted, eat, almost falling asleep, but get up and gotta give you guys another masterpiece. And on this broadcast, you know, we just gonna talk about other things and other things and other things that need to be spoken of. And one of those other things is belief. Is it time that we question these beliefs? These beliefs that was believed to be a system that was forced upon a particular group of people. But that's not the conversation today. The conversation is it time that we question these beliefs? And you know, when you mention the word belief, of course you have to associate it with religion, because at the end of the day, that is exactly what it's associated with. It's not associated with anything else. So, do you question the beliefs? Because in reality, in all reality, the things that we believed in, that we are so-called believing in till this day, has not come true. Granted our wish. And I have to say that because you only could believe into things that it seems to be real. You only could believe in the things that you have to put it in your mind to remove everything from it, like the common sense, the 1+1 = 2. You have to remove all of that and just stand on whatever you stand on. And that's what religion has done to my people, where we as a whole need to start questioning this belief. Because instead of me saying it, let me show you. I got some pictures I want to show you guys. Look. Now, this is coming straight out of Exodus chapter 21, verse 20. And it says, if a man beats his male or female slave with a rod and the slave dies as direct result, he must be punished. Excuse me. Now, the question for me is the word punish. What is punish? You know what we're gonna do? What we're gonna do is we're going to look into this word punish according to the Biblos. Hold on. Pull up these songs. I'm gonna share my screen in a little bit. Give me a second. Yo, I can't make this stuff up. Yo, let me share my screen. Let me share my screen with you guys. I want you guys to see this. Alright, it won't let me share my screen. There we go. I want you guys to see this. Let me I want you guys to see this. Hold on. Okay. Do you guys see what was set up on top? It's stuff like this that had to make me question exactly what I was believing in. Because this is the commentary within the e-swords on the computer. Laws about slaves. You know what? Well, let's read it. Why not? But let's find out these laws about slaves. And not only do I want the laws about the slaves, but let's just see if these laws about the slaves are being active in 2024. Let's see. Let's go. Exodus 21 verse 1. It says, "Now these are the judgments which thou shalt set before them." Okay? It says, "If thou buy a Hebrew servant, 6 years he shall serve, and in the 7th he shall go out free for nothing." Similar to you being incarcerated for a crime you didn't commit, you get sent home without nothing. Okay? If he come in by himself, he shall go out by himself. If he were married, then his wife shall go out with him. If his master have given him a wife, excuse me, guys, and she have borne him sons or daughters, the wives and her children shall be her master, and he shall go out by himself. Let me read that again. If his master have given him a wife, and she have borne him sons or daughters, the wife and her child shall be her masters. The wife and her child shall be her masters, and he shall go out by himself. So this right here shows you, in the beginning, I'm going to show you how sex is marriage, right? It says, if a master giving him a wife, gave him a woman to lay, when you insert yourself into somebody, that becomes your wife. Now, I'm not going off the biblical nonsense. I'm just telling you the natural order. If a lion sees a female virgin lion, once he's in that, that's his piece for the rest of his life. For the remainder of their existence, that's his. Just like another lion's going to find something of his. That's just what they do. And what they would do is continue finding virgin lioness. They're not just gonna just be digging every lioness that no, it doesn't work that way. That's what I'm trying to let you understand. Okay? Cool. Let us continue. It says, "And if the servant shall plenty say, I love my master, my wife, and my children, I will not go out free. Then his master shall bring him into the judges, and he shall also bring him to the door or unto the doorposts, and his master shall bear his ear through with an owl, and he shall serve him forever." So he's gonna get his ears pierced, right? And he shall serve him forever. Now, this is not what I wanted to to have you guys look into, questioning this belief. But it's just crazy how such writings like this can be in the Biblos, but yet we could still be fully invested. That we can really force ourselves to believe that this story is about us in one way, to then justify the atrocities that came with slavery, and said that the reason for slavery, it was because of our disobedience. Yeah. Okay. Now let's continue. That joint just got me upset. I ain't gonna lie to you. And it says, look, and if a man sell his daughter to be a maidservant, she shall not go out as the manservants do. If she please not her master, who have betrothed her to himself, this is basically having sex with his slave. To himself, then shall he let her be redeemed. To sell her unto a strange nation, he shall have no power, seeing he have dealt decently with her. And if he have betrothed her unto his son, he shall deal with her after the manners of daughters. If he take him another wife, her food, her raiment, her duties of marriage shall not he diminish. And if he do not these three unto her, then shall she go out freely without money. He that smiteth a man, so he dieth, shall be surely put to death. A man, look, this is the rule for the slaves. Listen carefully. He that smiteth a man, so that he die, shall be surely put to death. Remember this. Remember Exodus 21:12. And if a man lie not in wait, but God deliver him into his hands, then I will appoint thee a place whether he shall be free. But if a man come presumptuously upon his neighbor to slay him with a guile, thou shalt take him from thy altar, that he may die. And he that smiteth his father or his mother shall be surely put to death. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he is found in the hand, he shall surely be put to death. Hey, don't touch that slave man. Don't touch the slave master's property. You try to sell something that's not yours, you're gonna get AK slayed. You heard? Okay. And he listen to the slave. Listen, slave master. Listen, slavers and the slaverettes. Listen carefully. Listen. It says, and he that curseth his father or his mother shall surely be put to death. So when they say, I am your father, don't you disrespect me, boy. And you disrespect me, boy, you get your head cut off, boy. Or even worse, thrown into the fishes. Okay? It says, and if a man strive together, and one smite one another with a stone or with his fist, and he did not die, but kept in his bed, if he can rise again and walk abroad upon his staff, then shall he be smote him be quit. Only he shall pay for the loss of his time, and shall cause him to be truly healed. Look, you gotta pay for what you do to your slaves. This is in the book, the book of the black people, the people of color, that El Kebulan kidnapped. This is the book that justifies. Look, this is the rules and regulations for the slave, the do's and the don't do's, all in the Biblos. Let's go. It says, and if a man smite his servant or his maid with a rod, and he dies under his hand, he should be surely punished. Notwithstanding, if he continues a day or two, he should not be punished, for he is his money. Oh. So when you try to get justice for George Floyd, when you trying to get justice for Abdul Awima, or just the justice for this young man who verdict found the so-called Euro not guilt, the Black Panthers is like, yo, the Black Lives Matter chairman and the leaders are like, yo, where we at? It's like, where we at? How can we move when there's a manual that tells us, bro, you can't move? The Biblos is Simon says. Simon says, sit your ass right here, sit down and relax. And when Simon, Satan, Jesus, Lucifer, Yahweh, Yahushai, Yahuhu, and the cuckoos, Jesus tells you to move, then you move. But Jesus has been telling you to sit your ass still. Justice will come unto you. Simon says, relax, relax. There's nothing you can do. You just gotta relax. Just relax. Cool, calm, and collective. Okay? Let's look up what this punishment is. Let's look up. Why not? Let's look up punish. I want to see what punish is. Because I know if we smite or kill, we surely get put to death. This says punishment. It didn't say death. It says punishment. So let's see what punishment is. Okay? Let me go back. Let's go back. Let's see what punishment is. Punish right here. Let's see. Avenge, vengeance, avenger, punish, renovate, revenge, revenged. Okay. See, a primary root to grudge, that is avenge or punish. Avenge, punish, revenge, surely take vengeance. Let's see. Let me make sure I'm saying it right. Hold on. I know. Oh, see, I know I wasn't tweaking. Let's see how many times this joint pulls up. Oh. Taken. Avenge. Punish. Okay. Avenge. There's a lot of avenge and punish inside this Exodus. So that's what punish is. This is it. H5358. Naquam. A primitive root to grudge, that is avenge or punish. Avenge, punish, revenge, self. Surely take vengeance. Nakem. Okay? This is it right here. Nakem. But that's it right there for you guys. Right? Let's punish. Let's see death. Let's see death. Hold on. Let's see death. That's drives crazy. put to death right here. Look at this. Muta. Die. Muta. Look how many times. Look how many times the word die is in the Biblos. 257 times. That's die. This is die. This is died. 154. This is dead. 136. Death. 83. Slayed. 44. Slewed. 40. Killed. 24. Slain. 18. Dieth. 16. Killed. 6. Put. 3. Killeth. 2. Crying. Destroying. Destroyers. Dias. Necromancer. Slayeth. Slaying. Look at this. I should write this down. Oh my geez. 790. The word, anything pertaining with the word death, died, etc. 790 times. But yet this is our God, where the mass majority of these deaths, is you, black people. The mass majority of these deaths within the Biblos is black people. It's about you. It's not about nobody else. If you're going based on the stories about you, you see, you want the story to be about you. So when slavery within this same book is bragged about and spoken of, you don't take it as a level of disrespect. You take it as our negligence and disobedience into why we are in these circumstances. That's what you believe. That's the belief right there. That's the belief. But the reality is that these people has given you a story that justifies what happened to you, and say that because you didn't obey their God, it's the reason why you suffered from what you suffered from. That God sent them, remember them, the saints, the angels, right? They the ones that were sent into your circumference to restore the universal kingdom of God on this earth. The kingdom, what is bound in heaven shall be bound on earth. What is bound on earth shall be bound in heaven. That was what was spoken of. That is exactly what they came to do. And the belief came through fear, destruction, and death 790 times. That's what came along with that. Okay? Let me show you another thing. Hold on. We just getting started too, by the way. I hope you guys know that. We just getting started too, by the way. Hold on. Yeah, let me move this out the way. I just wanted to show you guys that quick, fast, and just let you see certain things, man. Now, I seen this and I had mixed emotions. Now, what I'm about to tell you is a little personal, but I figured I'd share it with you guys. Why not? Especially for those that's been following me for a very long time. You know, you guys know I gotta keep it 3.5. All right, look, check this out. This image was something that I stood on. In fact, this was This was an image that I wanted to put inside my house. I said, now I'm guessing the ancestors and now want me to foretell my story. So I'm just gonna keep that. I'm just gonna keep that within myself. But the point I wanted to make you guys to understand is that I really upheld to this. Like, I stood by this. I made this. I made this an experience of my life. It took a amount of time in my life trying to, you know, present this to the people to the best of my abilities, to have the people understand that this story was about them. And I was doing stuff like this until I started reading, until I read the Biblos away from Israelite mentality, away from a Bantu mentality. I had to look at it as a group of African Capulan people minding their business, and how such things overtook them, and how does this power source reign supreme upon black people. I had to take myself out and put my mind in that state for me to figure out exactly why my people have yet to rise in 2024. It's because of that image right here. This image is 1,005 words. 1,005 words. Okay? I'll show you another one. Save that. Now, one of the main reasons why I realized that the Biblos in religion was literally a tool used to divide spiritually, physically, and mental genocide a group of people. When I started to understand this, I realized that the people that is feeding us this story are the ones that's also capitalizing off this story as well. And I looked at this and I said, isn't this hilarious? That here we are at the bottom, fighting to survive, praying, asking for forgiveness, doing the whole shebang. We do everything you can imagine when it's pertaining to the Bible. We do everything that you can imagine. But in reality, guys, we still the crabs in the barrel, fighting and listening to the story of a belief. As long as you believe, everything is going to be just fine. Just believe. Your belief system is your belief system. Nobody is entitled to remove you from what you believe in. The psychological destruction of a nation of people. The psychological destruction upon a nation of people. I can't make this stuff up. But in reality, guys, it is time for us to question the stuff that we are believing in. It is time we question the very exact religions we are believing in. We need to ask the questions that's going to get us a positive answer. An answer that is backed by facts and not by insertions or spiritual beliefs. It is time that we put all things into the forefront, put all things and everyone on trial. This is what the verdict is about, putting these people on trial. Having these people bring forth their evidence, showing the democracy, the emocracy, the evil. Showing the people that, so you get an understanding into why we are in these circumstances that we are in right now, why we are still suffering, why we are still being treated like slaves, even though we generate just as amount of money nationality wise like the top fives. But yet look at how we still being treated. It is because we have yet to realize that it's a story that's keeping us in a state of beta-ness, being soft, being fragile, being emotional, standing on immorality, because we're not standing on morals, standing on beliefs and not facts. These are the things that we are dealing with as individuals. And because we are still dealing with such hypocrisy, it's the reason why we suffering tremendously. Okay? I want to show you guys another video. Move this out the way. Now, something that we as individuals here in America is not doing is not teaching or telling our children the truth about slavery. Not telling the children the in-depth truth about slavery. Not telling them what slavery came with. Hold on. Give me a second. Alright. I don't want that. We want a circle. There we go. We gonna leave that in the background for now. I like that. I like the brick city. We like that out here. Yeah. But back to what I was saying. We as colored people, the El Cabulan kidnaps are not teaching the children the full understanding about slavery. We only giving them the partial pieces and then expect the school to give the rest. Some parents don't even tell their children about slavery. They expect the schools to teach their children about their history. Face the facts, that is our history. But we're not telling the children the honest truth. Because if we told the honest truth, there should be absolutely no child running in and out of a church. There should be no child carrying the names in the biblos. There should be no child talking about, I'm ready to take my communion. If we was telling the children the truth, the honest truth about slavery and how religion, this Jesus, was cast upon us. Yes, I said it, cast upon us. This religious spell wasn't passed upon us by peaches and cream. Okay? French toast and dips. These exact these exact religions was passed on like that. And I feel as individual, as an Al Cabulan kidnap, as a fellow comrade, I feel like it's important that we teach our children the truth about slavery and how religion ties in hand with slavery. Don't tell your child that we are cursed people, and don't put that negativity in the air, because that's the part of the reason why we are filling up the jail cells, because we're telling our children that we are cursed. Everywhere we go, being black is cursed. We got to stop with the nonsense. It's time for us to change the narrative and the frequency. Stop saying these things. Okay? And the only book and the only writings on the face of this earth that justifies this comes from a Euro-Christian text, ideology, perspective, and determination. Okay? These things has absolutely nothing to do with you and I. All right? Stop telling your child that. Let your child know that this ideology was forced upon them. That this ideology was literally a genocidal massacre on people that did not want to accept such ideology. It was a genocidal massacre. You heard? Genocidal massacre. Facts. That's exactly what happened. A genocidal massacre. And that's exactly what you should be teaching your child. And when your child asks, hey dad, so what do we find? What do we study? We say, you study your spirituality. You start reading books about the cities and the lands and the history of those that's in El Kebulan right now. Learn your continent. That's for all of us, including myself. Learn your continent. I like that. Let me write that down. Give me a second. Let me write that down. You heard? Word up. It's time for black people to start learning about their history. Your history goes way beyond slavery. And yes, we might have to go in to knock on extra doors, but it is what it is. The objective is to get closer. The objective is to get closer to our ancestral roots as possible. That's the goal. And like I say, on plenty and numerous of lives, we as the El Kebulan kidnaps are not in no position to determine what was spiritual ideology, especially coming from Africa, that we choose. We're not in a position to choose. We are in the position of trying to learn and allow the ancestors to guide our path, and understand that a lot of our people is going to go through certain doors, and they're going to get burnt. They're going to get hurt. They're going to be unalive. But these things are the stuff that needs to be done for us to learn from our rights and our wrongs. We are on a journey searching for our inner selves. We do not know who we are. You understand? We do not know who we are. We believe that who we are is whatever place they put us at. We believe that we are American. We believe that we Haitians, Trinidadians, Jamaicans. We believe that we are these things. We got brothers coming from, as black as a chalk, are in the places like the Netherlands, and they calling that home. These are not our homes. You understand? Our homes is where they are neo-colonizing. Okay? That's our crib. And it's time for us to do the necessary things to get back to the crib. Right? Now let me show you another picture. What number was that? 4. Look at this. This is the final picture. Now, this is coming out of the Oxford University Press. I repeat, the Oxford University Press. And as you guys can see, that the Oxford University Press got a real discreet message that you guys will find in the beginning of their page, of the book, should I say. And this is what the writing says. This is a work of fiction. Names, characters, business, place, events, locals, and incidents are either the product of the author's imagination or used in a fictitious manner. Fictitious, you know what I mean. Any resemblance to a actual person, living or dead, or actual event is purely what? Coincidental. So basically, you guys are reading a story that's not backed by facts. It's only backed and have such power because of a belief. Now, again, one of my questions asked when I was deconstructing or detoxifying myself from this ideology, one of the things that I asked, I said, if King Solomon had 700 wives and concubines, etc., why aren't we able to trace back that lineage? Why aren't we able to trace back that lineage? And why does that lineage goes to Selassie? And Selassie looked like a full-fledged Arab. He looked like the man that wrote the Bible, the European, the Ethiopian Bible. He looks like him. Who is him? Forgot his name. Abba Giberson. Or Garmia, that's his name. Abba Garmia. And Abba Garmia was once a Byzantine king. Byzantine king out of Europe. He denounced his position. He released himself from the throne so he can be a Christian monk in Ethiopia and bring forth this so-called God spell to you black people. Okay? Now, this is not me saying this. This is coming straight out of their books. This is not me saying this. This is coming straight out of their books. And how does a fictional story become so powerful and remain very powerful? Because this book also comes with the guidance, the proper guide to true obedience, and it's by walking in faith. This is literally the ideology that's given unto the people. And you walk in faith. You stand with Jesus. You pray on a Sunday. You do everything. You keep everything according to the T. But yet you still suffer at the end. You go through all these atrocities, all these trials and tribulations, and you suffer at the end. because you want to stand on a belief. You want to stand on a belief that operate with the facts. The belief is not going to set you free. The belief is not going to make a biblical story to be true. And the truth that you guys are desiring will never come from the Biblos, because everything that comes out of the Biblos isn't true. It's fairy tale stories that's literally designed to keep us in servitude. Now, let's clear the air. Let's clear the air. Can we clear the air? Let's clear the air. Look, check this out. A lot of you guys believe that I have walked away from operating in righteousness. I think you believe that in order for a person to be righteous, he has to be under the guidelines of the Biblos. That's not true. That's the very exact thing that I'm fighting against. Is that ideology, that mentality. That's what I'm fighting about. See, so when I say the things that I say, and you question, and you saying it doesn't make sense, just use what I just did just now as a reference point. It's exactly what I'm talking about. I don't need the Biblos. I don't need to call on Yahweh or Yahushua and keep the Sabbath and all of these things was literally given unto us by the oppressed. And let's just say, check this out. Let's just say that we are supposed to be keeping the Sabbath. Let's just hypothetically say we are supposed to. Right? If we supposed to keep that, then in reality, it's not gonna be something for us to keep when we are at a battlefield. How do I find rest in a place where I gotta be at my best? I gotta be on my tippy toes. Any given day could be my last breath. Any given day. So how do I keep a Sabbath? Like this, honestly, ask yourself this. People gotta work on a Saturday. Some jobs do that intentional. No days off. I know people that get the weekdays off. They get like a Wednesday and a Friday off. And they working Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. And then they off for Wednesday. And then, like I said, they take the Friday off. There's companies that do that work on that schedule. But I'm saying that even if this is a requirement for us, it's impossible for us to do that while we on this battlefield. Ain't no time to rest. That's the rebel shit might happen while everybody's resting. Just might. I don't know. But what I do know is we gotta lay off this belief. It's time for us to question, what are we believing in? And if this belief system's supposed to be effective, it's supposed to heal, supposed to, get us to that next phase. It's not. So I gotta question it. But that's my time, guys. These people messed up my broadcast. They always doing something foolish, man. But like I said, man, it's time for us to question these beliefs. It's time for us to ask if these ideologies is something that we're supposed to be doing. We have to ask these questions. I mean, if you don't ask these questions, then are you really in the pursuit of redemption? If you don't ask yourself these questions, you will never be able to sit down and reason with me like a man or like a woman if you're not able to sit down and process this. We're not processing it. We're sitting here and we're waiting for a miracle, man. And I'm showing you, even in the Oxford Bible, in the Oxford Press, University Press, it tells you that this story is fictional. They're telling you this joint is not even real. They're telling you this. And if all of these so-called world events occurred, they should be evidence everywhere. And it shouldn't just be a miraculous here and there. It shouldn't just be going into a museum here and there or going to somewhere over there. No, these things gotta add up, man. And I don't want to go based on the archaeological stuff. I go based on the characters. You know what I'm saying? I go based on King David. There's no story on the face of this earth that shows a person of prestige royalty drops down to the point where he's just a memory. That's absurd. Never ever had that happen in life. And if you tell me that somebody's married to 700 women, if you're married to 700 women and you are the king, you are the king's king, you are the one that is speaking to demons, you are the one that's, making these angels or demons or whatever you want to call it, build castles and temples and all that. You say all of these things. And you did all of these things, but yet you're not a memory to the people. Nobody can say, oh, King Solomon, oh, he lived in this building right here, or he lived over there. You don't get those. You don't get none of that. The story that you get is, the rumor is this was the temple, and it was destroyed, and then this occurred, and then that occurred, and that, like, you get the runaround. But yeah, you get all that runaround, but it all stops when Jesus arrives. I mean, come on. And then after that is, don't even worry about King Solomon. Don't worry about David. Just focus on Jesus, because Jesus is the king that they told you that you're supposed to revere, honor, respect, and fear. This is what they told you, and we ran with that. And now we running with that, and a lot of you guys have slipped into the ditch. Shout out to those that's climbing out of it. And my hands is out to help you get over that hump. My hands is out to help you get over that lie. My hands is out to put you in that direction of facts. That's where my hands is out for. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to awaken our people from the deception, the confusion, the religion, the spiritual prison that's preventing us from us to be released and going back home. I said going back home to our ancestors. But we're not going to be able to get there if we don't know who we are. I tell you guys this all the time. It's not going to be no religion that's going to make its way into the El Kebulan land. It will be a time where the world will be in back to order, where it's going to be African El Kebulan people doing their custom, their spirituality. There's going to come to that time. I don't know if it's going to be my generation or it's going to come in the generation after, but it will come a time. And when it do, I hope they put my face on a podium somewhere and they say, yeah, Brother Jones right here was the one that shook up the room. You heard? But with that being said, people, I appreciate your time, man. Like, comment, share, subscribe, man. Follow the movement. Tap into the Life Coach on the Go LLC. Get that off your phone. Damn, I don't even think my website's still on. I'm in the process of making a transition to another website. So just bear with me. I gotta check. But anyway, long story short, man, if that don't work, man, you can always reach me on social media platforms. ROD Pod, say you need some life coaching services. I do this. It's $25 an hour. You get four hours, 4 sessions. That means 200. Excuse me, sweet baby G's. Woo! You know, 200 a session and all that. You get 4 sessions. You know what I'm saying? And you get the understanding that you need to help elevate you and and take control of this game called life. You know what I'm saying? So this is what the life coach is for. So tune in, subscribe, follow the movement. But on a serious tip, if it's your first time, like, comment, share, subscribe. If it's your second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh time, that means I'm still on your mind. That means we gotta stay on that grind, because it is about that goddamn time. Time for brothers to do what? To go get yours. Cause I am on that journey to go get mines. It's your brother, man. You understand? And I'ma holler at y'all. One.